Hey Ashley, how you doing? That's good, that's good. Yeah, I've had a good day today. What about yourself? Cool, cool. Oh, you want to chill tonight? Man, I gotta check my schedule. Let me check my schedule and I'll hit you back. I'll probably hit you back in about an hour. All right, Ashley. Bye bye.
Stub your toe and fuck. Or you could see a Ferrari go fuck.
Yeah.
It's, do you know in Brazilian, it's the word cum they use for that?
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's porra. Porra.
Okay.
So like, you know, like someone will catch a guy in a choke and they'll go porra. Like that's a good thing. Or you fuck up yourself. You're like, porra, I forgot my keys.
In Spanish, they say puta madre.
Yeah.
Which means like mother bitch.
Yeah.
But it's like, it could be a good thing. Puta madre, tío.
But that makes sense. Like, mother bitch, god damn it. But cum doesn't even make any sense. Like, I was trying to...
But the feeling of it. When you come, it's like, that is the sensation. Like, that was so good. Watching you do that almost felt like me nutting.
And it could be bad in that, like, your dick tricked you into fucking this girl you've been trying to avoid, and then you come and you're like,
be doing that, bro. That is, there's regret.
What? Women will never understand post-nut syndrome. I do not think
describe
they
post-nut
understand it.
syndrome because this is something exclusive to us.
Yes.
And,
well,
like, I don't know I like you until I come.
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
You do not know,
yeah.
and that's why it's so fucked up. Like when women think we're fuckboys or we're pieces of shit as dudes. It's like you don't get it. I think I like you.
Right.
Everything I'm saying to you, I believe.
Right.
And my dick is just like, yeah, we're gonna find out. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna see. And there are times where you nut, and it's like, damn.
Yeah, you realize you made a mistake, especially if the woman is really into you and you're really not into her, and you're like, oh, I made an error. And then you do feel like an asshole.
Yeah.
But if you say that to them, they're like, you're a fucking asshole. I'm like, I'm just being honest with you.
Biology.
I got tricked by genetics.
Yeah. Why can't that be my biology? Why can't I feel?
So for women, let me explain what this is like.
Yeah.
You have this...
It's like finding out your guy was poor.
This is what it's like. This is how I describe it. Having an erection and getting excited is like sitting in the back seat of a really long bus.
Okay.
And there's some other guy up there driving the bus. Most of the time, you're driving the bus. Not when your dick is hard. When your dick is hard, there's some other guy driving the bus. And all the windows are rolled down. There's papers flying around. The horns honking. Dun, dun, and you're looking at life taking place through a dirty windshield 100 feet away from you. And you're like, do you even know where the fuck you're going?
We passed the stop.
And your dick's like, just shut the fuck up and calm down. I got this. And then when you come, all of a sudden, the fog parts, and you're at the front of the bus holding the wheel.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? What am I doing here?
Yeah.
How'd I get here? And you look down at your dick. You motherfucker.
Bro, it's being a werewolf.
Yeah. It is being a werewolf.
Right? Like, isn't that what it's a metaphor for?
Oh, yeah.
You're this ravenous creature. You're running around doing crazy shit. And then you wake up in the morning naked. You're
terrified,
like,
covered in blood.
Yeah. Well,
fuck.
Sometimes.
Yeah. God damn it. What did I do?
What's good, fellas? It's your boy Troy. Welcome to the channel. All right, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about post-nut clarity. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this subject is because I feel like it's a very important part of a man staying focused and making good decisions. Women too. If you operate post-nut clarity fashion, you'll be less likely to make bad decisions. So I want to explain to you exactly what post-nut clarity is and how you have to put your mind where it needs to be so that your mind can put your body where it needs to be so you can make better decisions. So, and you have control, you have 100% control of your choices that you make. As men, we have nature fighting against us though. We have testosterone. Women have low levels of testosterone. Men, we have high levels. There's no way a woman's sex drive can necessarily match a man's sex drive. Now, you'll have women who have a high sex drive because they're in an age group or they're in a time of their life when their sex drive is high, and then you'll have a man who's in a part of his life where his sex drive is low, and that's where you'll kind of have people saying that a woman's sex drive is the same as man. But that's not possible biologically, because men, we carry 10 to 15 times more testosterone than the woman. So when it comes down to the choices that a man makes, those things are crucial to the ending. Those are crucial to our life. You know, you can either make your life easy or hard, okay? And a lot of times when you make decisions based on natural biological things that happen to you as a man, you tend to make decisions that are not so good, okay? That's why they always say, think with your head up here and not your head down here, because your head down here will give you bad advice, okay? So one of the things that happens when you first meet a woman, since we are visual first, man, we're visual first, the appearance of a woman is the first thing we see. You know, we see a vibe, we see the vibe of a woman, and we listen to how she talks, but the first thing that we look at is the visual, okay? But the first thing, women have a stronger sense of vibe. Man, we have a stronger sense of visual. You know, how she's looking and stuff like that. And then we'll also pay a big attention, like that's why those pheromones and that perfume and stuff like that is a big thing. Men really like stuff like that too. So when we first see a woman, instantly that tags into our testosterone, and we eventually get turned on to where we like, wow. And a lot of times we'll get turned on and we're not even trying to. You know, that's when you're really healthy and your sex drive is really high. You'll get turned on just by how she looks at you or how she smells, and especially how she looks. Different men get turned on by different things. Some men like feet, some men like the butt, the breast, all those things. But the bottom line is, when we see a woman, it turns us on, and we start wanting to biologically thinking about pairing with that woman. The first things that starts to happen is our bodies start releasing dopamine. And so dopamine it's a hormone, okay? It's a neutralized hormone that's a neurotransmitter, okay? And it's an important part of the brain's reward system. And once a man starts getting close to a woman, his body starts releasing dopamine. Bam, bam, bam. And the more you're around a woman that you are really attracted to, you start to get your body used to that feeling of being around her. Depending on how you are attracted to that woman, whether it's just sexually or sexually and emotionally, that's going to determine how much dopamine your brain releases to your body. Okay? And that's why I always tell men, I had to learn too, you should really only see a woman that you're talking to once a week. That's going to prevent an attachment. Okay? And a lot of us get attached to people that we shouldn't get attached to. And that's because of the dopamines, and that's also because since we're visual, we have testosterone. Our testosterone goes up at a high level. So I'm going to list a couple things that happens when we think with our small brain and not our big brain. And then I'm going to talk about how you can definitely improve your decision making and how it's better to make decisions Post-nut clarity is going to give you the best decision making. It's going to give you the most logical decision making. Okay, the only time post-nut clarity decision making is not going to work is if you have a deep emotional attachment to a woman. And the way you control deep emotional attachments to a woman is to limit your time around her and stay disciplined on the things that you need to focus on, which is self-improvement and your hobbies and your goals. Okay, and if you're a father, your kids, you definitely need to focus on all those things and not be emotionally wrapped into a woman. Okay, but today we're zooming in on the post-nut clarity and on how decision making after the nut is a whole lot better than the decision making before the nut. All right, the first reason why you should make your decision post-nut clarity, the first decision, okay? You get a clear view of the negative and positive possible ending of your interaction. Hey, as a man, you know, I've thought with the little head and interacted with a woman, you know, my pre-nut thinking, and then after the interaction I was totally disappointed. I was like, man, I could have been doing something else, or man, I could have been focused on my hobbies and bettering myself. The problem with a lot of us men is we're not focused on nothing else. We don't have anything else going on. We tend to watch sports and relax and focus on being comfortable. So the next best thing to being comfortable is having sex. So that's why that testosterone doesn't have any other place to release except for sex. So when men work out, you have a place for your testosterone to be released at. Okay, you build testosterone when you work out, and then you also are able to release it. You got to have another outing for your testosterone to go other than sex. Okay, you got to. The next thing you got to have a hobby or be learning something. You know, try to master some knowledge or master a skill. Doing these things and then monetizing it over time will take your focus off of being around a woman. The only thing worse than wasting money for a man is wasting time. And the only thing better than having sex with a woman is making money. So you got to be focused on eliminating wasting time and focused on making money. That will reduce your chances of you allowing your testosterone to make decisions for you guys. And I know you guys have made a lot of decisions, pre-nut clarity decisions that you were disappointed about, and that you was like, man, why did I do this? And after the fact, you know, you was like, you know, disappointing yourself. And the reason why this information is, you know, really important is because you can save yourself a lot of money. You can reduce the danger that you put yourself in when you interact with a lot of women. You can like reduce the chances of a pregnancy. You can reduce the chances of you getting emotionally involved, emotionally attached. Okay? And as we all know, attachments come with suffering. That's just life. Yes, you should be attached to your pet or attached to a family member. That's fine. But the more things you attach yourself to, the more you open yourself up to suffering. Okay? The next benefit to operating post-nut clarity is your vision changes. All right, and I'm gonna be talking about this in some videos coming up on mindset, and on how to put your mind, and then your mind will put your body in better positions to make better decisions, to have a better outcome in life. Okay, but your vision automatically changes post-nut clarity. Have you ever had sex? You before you have sex with a woman, she's in front of you. She got the perfume on. She's looking good. Hands looking pretty. Hair looking pretty. Toes looking nice. All of that. And then you have sex with her, right? Now, she's not looking as good, and then when you hear her talk, she's getting on your nerves. Okay, after sex, you trying to watch something, or you trying to eat, and the way she might chew her food, and the way she looks after sex, like maybe her wig got knocked to the left or right side. Now you start seeing different tracks in their head that you didn't see before, and it's like you start seeing things about the woman that you never saw at first. So your vision is going to improve after sex. That's post-nut clarity, okay? Your vision. Next, you won't ignore red flags. A lot of times before you have sex with a woman, you're not even thinking about like consequences, and you're not even thinking about what she's doing right in front of you. You might have a lot of red flags right in front of you. You probably have a woman and she's talking about she likes to do like masculine things, like such as chug lots of beers down, or she likes to hang out with a lot of guys. She like to hang out with guys. She's got a lot of thug friends. She got a lot of she used to like girls and stuff like that, or whatever you don't like about a woman, she'll have those red flags. And just because she's got a big booty on her, or whatever characteristic that you like, you'll kind of ignore those things because of your testosterone and the natural nature of a man. Okay, so you'll ignore red flags, and these are things that you gotta stop doing. You'll start spending money that you don't even need to spend, but you don't even care. You got to get that ass, and you're going to get that ass no matter what. That's why you get guys, they'll go out to the strip club, and they'll have things that throw off their logic, like alcohol and stuff like that. And they'll be having things that raise their testosterone. Maybe drink, maybe something, whatever they're doing might raise their testosterone senses and lower their logic, and they'll start throwing too much money, or they'll start doing something that they shouldn't have done. And then at the end of the night, when you wake up the next morning, you're like, damn, why did I do that with that girl? Why did I spend that money? And stuff like that. All that is post-nut clarity, okay? After the fact, when you've cleared out that testosterone out of your system, and you're more in your logic, your dopamines have been neutralized, and now you're thinking logical. And now you're like, what did I do? Why did I do that? Okay? And then you might be looking at the girl the next day like, what the hell was I thinking? Rushing her out the house, okay? All right. The next thing, this is the final thing, okay? This is number 3. This is the final reason why you should operate post-nut clarity, okay? Pre-nut clarity, the pre-nut mindset, you are in a wanting position. Being in a wanting position connects to you being in a getting position, okay? So whenever you're wanting, that's connected to you getting. Have you ever had something that somebody wanted, right? And they keep asking you because you know they want it, but you don't want to give it to them. When you are constantly wanting something, people don't want to give it to you. Okay, that's just a natural thing. It's things that we do as humans naturally, subconsciously, that we don't know that we do. But when you are in a wanting mentality, dealing with a woman, that connects to a getting. Now she's like, I don't want to give it to him. He's too thirsty. He's too thirsty. What that does is that makes her, that repels her. That pushes her back. Okay? When you are in a wanting position connected to a getting position and you want to get something, people don't want to give it to you. Post-nut clarity, you have more of a already have it mentality. Okay? Having a more of a have it mentality sends off a vibe that women naturally feel from a man. And that vibe is like, when you're talking to a woman, it's like, I already got it. I mean, okay, cool, but no, I'm good. You know, you have more of a relaxed attitude. Most men in the world these days have a thirsty mentality. What that does is weird out a woman and repels women. Okay? That's why man should operate post-nut clarity. Alright guys, comment, like, subscribe, watch the channel, hit the notification bell. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to keep bringing the videos. We're going to keep bringing the knowledge, okay? And until you change your mindset, no one cares. But just know one cares, and he wants you to become the best version of yourself. Hello? Hey, Ashley. Nah, I think I'm gonna stay in tonight. I got some things I need to work on. But I appreciate you calling and asking. All right. Bye-bye.